Boom! Yo, what's up? What's up? Hey, the number one thing that I think robs people in life more than any other thing, well, not more than anything, but robs people that like want to do something, because other people just they haven't even begun to think that way. But for folks who like want to do more, want to be more, want to contribute and build and have lofty goals and ideas and things, the one thing that I have seen rob people more than anything else in this life is this whole kind of mentality of, let me just get this part done. Like, if I could just let me just study this one thing, and then once I get this degree, I'll do it. Let me just get this one certification. Let me practice a little bit more, and then I'll do it. This whole kind of mentality of, let me just do one more thing, get more prepared, and then I'll do it, is a failing is a loser's mentality. And I say it like that unapologetically because it will lead procrastination, but even it's worse than procrastination. Procrastination is heinous, but this is like you have good intentions and you want to do something good, but you're still not going to win as long as you think this way. Because it's getting ready to procrastinate. The reality of this game is you're just scared. And the reality of the game is we're all scared, okay? We're all scared. And you've heard it said before, like, there's never going to be a perfect time. And that's true. That's 100% true. I'm just not going to talk about that because you've heard it a million times. But the reality of this whole entire game is you're ignorant. From the beginning of your journey, from the beginning of my journey, from the beginning of anyone's journey, you don't know what you're going to need. You're literally plotting your entire journey from ignorance. Like, you're literally like, you're that guy about to go out on his first mission that's taking like all kinds of stuff you don't need and you don't know you don't need. You know what I'm saying? So until you have the experience to become educated enough to know really what you even need and what you even don't need, what you need to do is you need to just get started. And if you like fail, you're going to learn that the failure didn't destroy you, and you're going to learn what you need because you're going to know what you needed. You know what I'm saying? And so this whole like, yo, let me just get this one more thing, or let me get in a better shape, and then, it literally leads to more procrastination, you losing more time, you believing in yourself less, because like when you're on the journey, you really have the more intrinsic motivation to succeed. You'll more than likely make sure you lose the weight once you've got the job, and you know you won't keep it if you don't keep the weight off. You know what I mean? Like, so like this whole getting ready to procrastinate thing is ultra dangerous. And I see a lot of good people with good intentions lose as a result of let me just get this one. Honestly, really, there's only one thing you need to do. And that is just go ahead and get started. Just get started, because you don't know what you're gonna need. You will literally halfway through, and it's like, after the journey starts and you start banging with life and getting punched in the face, literally, like, you kind of drop your pack and you're like, I don't need half this stuff. It's like when David's going to fight Goliath and King Saul gives him his armor, and David's like, fortunately, David had killed the lion, killed the bear, and knew what he needed to fight. But if he didn't have that experiential information, like, this isn't even supernatural. This is just like reality. Like, if he didn't have this experiential information, that body of information, he would have been out there with all the armor on. He just would have got crushed. You know what I mean? Him and the armor would have got crushed. You know what I'm saying? So you learn what it is you actually need. And then honestly, to be entirely honest with you, I don't want to scare you away, but like, then there comes a moment once you get started where you realize how you really understand how large the task is. And this is the moment when you truly understand if you really love what you're doing. Because in this moment, when you've realized, not insignificant, but you realize how not good enough you are, when you realize how small you are, when you realize how long the journey's going to be, when you realize, oh my gosh, Father, it's going to take I have to get to this point. Like, it's going to take all of this. Like it usually comes after you're doing your absolute best, to where you're doing your absolute, you studied all night for a week and did the best you could and turned in the best paper you could, and you get like a C- and barely pass. You know what I mean? But if you're getting a master's degree, it's a failing grade because you have to have B's on everything. You know what I'm saying? So like, you're literally like crushed at the realization of how like, what's the word I'm looking for? You're just not good enough. And almost the realization of the journey and what you're going to have to become and how far and long and all this you're going to have to do is so much that it just can be crushing. And then most people at this point stop and they go do something else and they like forget about it. And they're like, nah, ninja, nah. And then they go run away. And then the little voice in your head won't let you quit. And it's like, yo. What about that one thing, bro? Like, what if we could do it, though? Like, really, what if we could do it? Because it's almost like understanding what the journey's going to take plants a seed inside you. And you just need time to, like, let it germinate, you know what I mean? And then you go away for a little bit, and then you come back, and you're like, you know what? Like, if you really love it, you come back, and you're like, I'm just gonna work on this, and I'm just gonna work on this, and we'll see where I am in a year, you know, like, and you just keep working on it, and working on it helps you become, and then you get the thing because you become the person. But the reality of this game is like, and it's never a short journey because you have to becoming and changing yourself is a metamorphosis, it's a transformation, it's a transcendent process. Like, it just doesn't happen. There's no microwave, you know what I'm saying? So the reality of this game is, though, what I really want you to get is when you're looking at your dreams and goals and you're looking at what it is you want to do with your life and you know that there's more for you, the reality of this game is simply you don't need to do anything else. You don't need to get one more this or that, or like wait till the couch is in the right spot for you could study it. You need to practice your shooting more. You need to get in better shape. You know, once you get that last, you know, you really honestly just need to get started. Just go do the thing, find the thing, and get started. You don't know what you're talking about. You are convinced you know what you're talking about, and the reality of the game is you're just scared. And the reality of the game is we're all just scared. You know what I'm saying? So do it scared. You know what I mean? Like, I'm scared. I'm scared all the time. I'm vulnerable all of the time. Every time I drop a video, I'm vulnerable. Like, I'm putting stuff out that's like, yo, when's the industry gonna attack me for all the stuff I'm doing? Because that's what they usually do. When's, like, you know what I mean? Like, when's, you know, something gonna happen and it's gonna be like, you know, when's a client gonna when's something gonna be like drama and it's gonna be like your foundation's gonna be challenged. You know, the good thing is I believe in what I'm doing, and I really genuinely, I'm doing it with genuine motives, and I'm kind of like, I mean, if they have a problem with it, like, I can explain myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, but the reality of the game is every move you make is going to make you vulnerable. It's like being in a fight. Every time you throw a punch, every time you do something and you swing and you make a move, you're vulnerable in your attack. So you have to get to this place where you're always a little bit vulnerable. You're always a little bit scared. And if you're not scared, what you're doing doesn't take faith. If you don't have fear in your life, you're wasting your time. You should be a little bit intimidated. You should be a little bit scared. You should be a little bit uncomfortable. You should be a little bit squeamish, but you should do it anyway. Because that is the path. If it's not bigger than you, it takes no faith. You know what I'm saying? Like, your father's looking at you like you ain't cooking with tartar sauce yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the room for me to help you? You know what I mean? And you know what? Something else? This is going to be a little bit long because I got to drop this one on you. If you're still watching, good on you. Yo, and the other thing is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love to take credit for all my stuff. You know what I'm saying? I would love to take credit for all the success I have. But I can't. I can't, man. The reality is, you know what I mean? There's just some areas where you get lucky. But when you really realize it, you realize faith without works is dead, and it's impossible to please the Father without faith. And you start to realize the game is about being a good steward, because the harder you work, the luckier you get. And if I hadn't become the person, yo, I'm telling you, good luck is when proper planning meets opportunity. If I hadn't become somewhat of my best try at becoming the person to answer the call when the ball was in the air and that Hail Mary pass is flying through the air, if I hadn't been down there running with like faith the whole time to like see that ball and just believe that it's going to be where we practice, believe it's going to be where it's going to be, to put my hands up and catch that ball. Like if I hadn't had the faith to be doing the work ethic and be at the gym just now when it was black outside, if I didn't have the faith to be putting in the work under the streetlights and be a good steward with what I have, being a little fat, dyslexic, illiterate, black kid, you know what I mean? Like doing the best with what I have, you know, a little kid from the islands, you know, like, from a third world country. If I didn't just do what I could do with that, I wouldn't have been the person I needed to be to answer the call and meet the opportunity when it arose. I would have just had to do what everyone else in the room did, which is just keep my mouth shut and hope somebody else was strong enough to bear up the burden of the blessing. I would have had to just sit there and be quiet and hope that there is one among us who says, hey, Father, send me. You know, I just hope y'all understand that, man, because that's the reality of this game. You need to get started. And any reason you come up with as to why you're not getting started, whether you realize it or not, whether you're strong enough to realize it or not, other than the fact that you literally don't have the licenses and legally can't do what you're wanting to do, is just mental gymnastics to stay where you are because you are afraid and you have not figured out how to deal with it yet. There's nothing wrong with being afraid. You need to always be a little bit afraid because that means you're on the edge, you're on the razor's edge, and that's where you need to be progressive. If you are not progressive, you are stagnating, you are dying. You need that little bit of fear to know you're where you're supposed to be. The difference between people is the brave people learn how to deal with fear. The other ones, the doers, learn how to deal with fear. The don'ters, they run from their fear. It's not wrong to be afraid. It's wrong to let fear have you. You know what I'm saying? This is the game. Bravery is nothing more than just doing your stinking best. Cowardice is all the reasons we find not to do that. Anyways, I make these videos because I love you guys. Visit me at ByronRodgersMotivation.com, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Out.